So guys, it's the beginning of the second week of March, and it's just amazing how quickly things have popped out. The willow tree has started to pop out its leaves just in the last day. It's interesting. Saturday we started out 60 degrees and it rained all day long. We have 2 inches of rain. Sunday it dropped on Saturday night into the 30s. Sunday we had snow squalls all day. And then look at today. It's absolutely beautiful in this upper garden, which you've seen so many times in the spring so far, because it's doing what I wanted. I planted this garden so that I can look at it from my window where I sit and read and watch TV, and everything's exploding. These hellebores, you can see, particularly on this one, when the time is right, they stand up and they show their pretty faces. And these guys were covered in snow this morning, and now they have come off of that. These are my early blooming daffs, and then I have mid-season, which you can see are in buds throughout the garden, and I have some late season ones that are just coming up, which is nice. Down here, which is so cool, we're all pointing out in our garden what's happening. Look at my peonies. Look at this. This has just happened since Friday. They have come up out of the soil. Last fall I did throw some compost on them, but I'll probably throw a little plant tone. They don't need any more compost. They're well cared for, but the primrose are really getting ready to bust out up here. So I'm sure in the lower garden, they're going to do the same. So that's where we're heading. Here we go. The clematis that we just pruned back a week or so ago. Look at this. These are your class 3s that you can cut off and completely cut them back, and look at them coming right out. And as we walk through the garden, I can show you the class 2 that I have, that we don't start pruning until you see some of those buds come out, because you prune very cautiously, because they do bloom on new and old wood, and I'll show you that when we get down there. Just talking about a class 2, this is Sarah Elizabeth clematis, and you can see this bud. What I'm probably going to do, once I see that this is the only place it's budding out, I will cut this dead out above that bud, go through very gently this right here. Again, I'll cut out the dead once I see more bud life coming out of that. I don't want to cut that too soon, or you may cut off your blooms for the spring. They will bloom back. You can see this rose. This is my iceberg rose. I'm going to get on that hopefully in a couple days. It's leafing out. I need to get it tied up, but it's doing what I want. I want to get another screw in here, get this going in this direction, and take out any dead and sprawling branches.
Looks pretty good though.
Yeah, it does. I think I'm caught. There we go.
It did catch you.
I know. Anyhow, the tulips aren't up, and the good news is this deer repellent seems to have warded off my tulips. I haven't seen any more damage done to my tulips yet. So the hyacinths. I see hyacinths coming up. You know, it's so good to get out. I haven't been out in the garden since the weather changed on Saturday and Sunday, because it was just inside weather. Everything else is showing wonderful signs of popping, growing, doing just what we want. I have been able to weed, staying on top of that wintercress, which is the worst of it all. My pretty little white daffodils are really going to pop in the next couple days, because the weather looks lovely, you know, above 60 degrees. They mirror the ones against the other side of the shade garden that are getting a little more sun right now, it looks like, and these will pop. I don't care when they pop. It's just so nice to have color showing through the ground, and we're all excited for that. I did notice, of course, you can see the primrose coming through. Everything is just very green and vibrant. The grass greened up this week. You've probably been out in your own gardens looking at that. Over here, what I've noticed are the hostas are coming up. So I did buy right here, beginnings of the hostas. So I did find my liquid deer repellent that I'll spray on all of this bed. Probably not today, but tomorrow when it gets a little warmer, and it's a little breezy today. Get this really sprayed.
Yeah, you don't want to spray it when it's breezy.
No, but I want to get it sprayed down though, because I know I have deer traffic still. And
show all
oh,
this.
show those leaves on the,
Show all the green here.
you know, here in West Virginia, the first leaves that the first trees you're going to see blooming are your willow trees and your sarvis. And the sarvis have a beautiful white bloom. I don't think oh, we do. One of my neighbors has a sarvis tree two doors over. That was Clarion sarvis tree beside this willow tree. So we'll be able to see that happen. Everything's just doing what you expect. And not only are the hostas coming up, these little spiky things, but my friend Retha Craig from our community, she let me know that she had divided this beautiful hellebore and brought me this clump, which I got in the ground last week. Along, it looks like it's going to be a lime green. I'm assuming. I've never seen it, but this has buds on it, so we may even get more blooms as winter ends and spring begins. The ones that I transplanted from Jim's yard, they look very healthy and thriving. Like I said, this is the time of year to transplant anything. So thanks, Retha. What a beautiful, beautiful gift. I'm not going to fertilize yet. I want the ground to warm a little more before I throw whatever I'm going to use, whether it's rose tone, plant tone, or whatever. Otherwise, I'll get in here. You can see this beautiful autumn fern. Once I start, this stays evergreen through the winter, which I love. And the new fronds are always a bronzy color. When I start seeing some new growth come up from the mother plant, I will come in and cut this back. But until then, it gives you so much color that if you don't have them, they're beautiful to have. They tolerate sun and shade. Very nice. Nothing's happening on the catkins. They are showing a little bit of greening up. So they always are a pretty show. They're pretty in bouquets. I threw them in with my daffodil bouquet the other day. But that is what my garden looks like in March. Just everything is budding up. That beautiful French lilac has big buds. And I feel confident with our weather change. I'm not going to, I don't believe I can jinx myself, but I think I'll be able to see more blooms and maybe not have to cover it 3, 4, 5 times. But turn around, you can see the river is still flowing bank full. That is probably, would you say 2 to 3 feet higher than it usually is, Reg?
Yeah, it's at least 2 feet.
Yeah.
It's gone down maybe 3 or 4 inches.
I know.
I can tell by looking at the deck opposite.
You know, March is exactly what it is. You have spring, you have summer, you have winter, all in a weekend, and that's what we just saw. And anyhow, it feels good to get out, showing you what March looks like. Take pictures of your garden to see what happens this time of year compared to last year. Are things ahead of itself than last year? I think they are. And that's what I'm trying to do. Document my garden every month and be able to compare where we are and what's happening. And also what I need to do. Like there's several big clumps of daffodils. And I could right now, even though they're in bloom and the soil's nice and moist, I would go in and I could separate those into where I need them to go, cut those blooms off, take the bouquets in, and that way you don't forget where they are. So that's on my list to do too. Some of these very thick early spring bloomers, get them spread about. There's always something to do in your garden. So I hope you're out there walking around. We'll see you the next time, and hopefully I will be getting my roses ready for spring. Thanks for watching Gardening on the West Fork. We'll see you the next time, guys. Bye.